Ladies and gentlemen,
Gentlemen and ladies,
welcome back to the Shot Through the Chart Music Review Podcast. I am AC Ponce.
And I am Stephanie Ponce.
What?
Look at all the changes happening.
Now? What now?
Man, the same last name now?
What? What is happening? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Technically, legally, I'm still Henderson, but...
Yes, up until then. But we got married, guys. That's what took us so long to get back. I mean, among other things. Welcome to the Shot Chart Music Review Podcast. This is a podcast where we review the year-end Hot 100s of every year. And this year, we have the year 1996.
Not 97.
Not 97, like I thought. And somebody should have double-checked me on. But, yeah. But I'm really excited to be recording again. This is awesome. We have video, maybe hopefully better video than we had before. We got quite a setup. We got the TV in the back. We
actually use the home office as
an
office now, like our studio.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Look at this coming up.
I mean,
Can you still hear me? Okay.
Yes,
all right,
I can.
Cool.
I want to make sure that I can hear me too.
Ooh, that was loud.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Anyway, we good?
Guys, how you doing?
Checking some records,
It's 2020 now.
It is 2020.
The year 2020.
As opposed...
I don't know. I just wanted
Not the TV show 2020?
Yeah,
what are you getting
I just wanted to reiterate, like, hey, it's the year 2020.
It is a new decade.
Yeah, it's a new year, new decade,
yes.
All that hoopla.
Hoopla!
Ooh, anyway.
We'll get into that.
Guys, so before we did this morning, since like 10 o'clock this morning, we were like, was it since last night? We were like, we're reviewing the year 97.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, tomorrow, like today, so Sunday morning, we were at church and we were already looking at the Billboard Hot 100 for that year.
Yeah.
And we were trying to look for our honorable mentions. Why is that word always
a duff word? It's
a duff word.
It's a duff word. I was hoping you didn't hear that. But
Sorry.
It's recorded now, so.
But yeah, like we were super excited. We were like, this is a good list. And then, we get home. I wrote down. I have a notebook.
She's doing notes
down. No, I'm not doing notes.
Well, okay, she wrote stuff down.
But I wrote
for
it
those
down.
of you on the podcast and not on the video, she has an actual notebook filled out.
This is my 2020
ish.
Notebook. But yeah, and then as soon as I chose all of my songs, AC put them up on his laptop like he does. Then he's like, wait a sec. He's working on his songs, making the list, making his notes, and he's like, wait a second. Let me check what year we're actually on. So he goes through did you go through our iTunes podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I don't have an iPhone anymore.
Yeah.
I had to go through Google Podcasts, which is...
Oh, boy. We want sponsorships in the future, so save it.
It has room for improvement.
Okay.
Let's just put it like that.
Okay.
Shall we?
Okay. So then he saw that we're supposed to be on the year 96, not the year 97.
Mm-hmm.
And so he tells me, and of course I'm freaking out, like, really? I gotta do this all over again.
Yeah.
So, anyway. You can check that out on our Instagram where I posted a little video.
Not proud of that. But, I mean, hey,
it happened.
We caught it before it happened.
Yeah, imagine recording the whole episode or even getting halfway through the episode and realizing you got to start all over again.
You see?
We
good.
But yeah. I like your shirt.
Thank you. This was a Christmas gift from my in-laws.
From my mother.
Yeah.
From my parents.
Yeah.
It says, this is how I roll, and it's got BB-8 on it.
Tell us what you thought of the new Star Wars movie, guys. I
enjoyed it. Yeah. We saw it on Christmas morning.
There's still...
Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve morning,
really?
Which is a weird thing to say.
Was it Christmas Eve morning?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because
you cooked on Christmas morning. Gotcha. Anyway. Guys.
But yeah, no, I'm excited. Year 1996. I mean, we're just happy to be recording again.
In February.
I was 5. But yeah, we were just kind of trucking along with these. I was telling Steph earlier that if we didn't take so many breaks, we'd probably already be in the 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
Or the 80s, whichever direction we wanted to jump into.
Yeah.
But
I still don't know which direction I want to go next.
Me neither. we if we get enough listener input,
Mhm.
we've had a couple of
Yeah.
inputs. Is that a thing? We've had some input already from listeners about
Yeah.
maybe doing the 80s.
Yeah.
And I think I've heard one or two say, "Hey, just keep going." But
Right. Keep going.
I feel like we're leaning towards more the 80s. But until we get to that point,
Right.
we don't know.
Yeah.
So,
We still have a few more seasons before that happens.
correct.
Also,
Mhm.
in other news,
Mhm.
I guess we'll just jump into that real quick. So, what happened to Stephanie and AC's keto vlogs?
Oh,
Well, guys.
well,
I don't know what his reason was, but mine was I thought I was sick.
yeah.
So as you guys were, watching my posts on our Instagram and stuff, you will notice that I was talking about, not feeling the greatest. Like I was losing weight, but I was like, something's off here.
Mhm.
And you want to know why something was off, ladies and gentlemen?
She had a parasite.
And his name is Bigley.
Well, Emmanuel Robert.
Emmanuel Robert.
Yes, we have a kid. She
On
is
the way.
pregnant. On the way. So he's not here yet.
We still have 10 more weeks.
Yeah.
But
in the oven.
yeah, so we were dealing with our engagement party,
Mhm.
and literally like the week after our engagement party, we were like, ooh, let's go on a date. Like we haven't really, spent time, just us, so we were like, let's go to Cheesecake Factory, and then let's go to this new ice cream place in the Domain in Austin.
Yeah.
And the next day, like, first of all, my food didn't taste great. Cheesecake Factory. I feel like that's when I knew something. I should have known something was wrong because I get the same thing every time because I'm obsessed. And he thought it was bland.
It was bland. I don't think it was bland. It is bland.
It's got 4 cheeses on it. Anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, but if they're four of the blandest cheeses they could find, I guess. I mean, it was not.
I usually love it. So yeah, I should have known something was off. I didn't love my favorite dish from Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake.
You go down to that Cheesecake Factory.
And then I wasn't really that excited about that whole ice cream situation that we did, and it was just like it was supposed to be a really nice like date night that we had.
I still think it was.
It was. We had a good time.
Your stomach was just off.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Then the next morning at work, I have to leave because I get ill.
Yes.
At work. And I work in a kitchen, so I could not stay.
Yeah.
And so, I went to the store. I was grocery shopping. I was like, I'm going to get myself some soup. I'm going to get my butt home and lay down. And something told me, maybe you should get a test. And in my brain, I'm already walking to the checkout. And I'm like, why do I need to turn around and go get a test? Like, it ain't happening. And guess what, y'all? I just did it anyway. Got a 2-pack. Went home. And I took the test.
Yeah.
And guess what? It said, surprise! So yeah.
So at the time.
So I started ketoing, obviously, because I didn't know if it was safe.
And purely out of stress and worry for her, and mainly for her at the time, I decided to stop and just focus on, okay, there's some planning that needs to happen now. And so, we had to put everything on the back burner.
We literally had to change everything because, as you guys know, we had paid off our wedding. That was supposed to be happening in January 2020, which is right now. Yeah. And because it was happening on a cruise ship, I was no longer able to go on said cruise ship in January 2020 because I'd be too far along for, sailing regulations. Yeah. So we had to change our entire. We had to plan a wedding.
Replan a wedding
in what, like 4 months?
It felt like
from
less
like
than that.
August to
Not even. I don't even think I really started planning.
Yeah, you didn't start
until like September.
Right.
So
yeah, we got over the shock. Well, we didn't get over it. We dealt with the shock in August. Started planning in September. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had it rough in the beginning of the pregnancy. So
you were.
It was bad.
Sick a lot
every day,
all the times.
So yeah, that's what we were dealing with. I didn't really want to vlog that stuff because it was a lot. It was a lot to deal with.
At the time, yeah.
So dealing with pregnancy, having to change our wedding,
Yeah.
replan a wedding, and all that.
But I think where we're at now.
Oh yeah.
Things are.
Yeah. Then we did go on a cruise.
We go on a cruise.
We rescheduled
in November.
We went in November.
It was like our pre-wedding honeymoon.
Right.
Which I think worked out pretty great.
Awesome. Yeah.
It was great, just the two of us.
Yeah.
Because if we had done the wedding
the way we wanted
to, we'd have. I think it'd be awesome if we had all our family, but this was nice having the two of us.
Right. Literally, guys,
and not having to worry or
we didn't have to worry about other people's schedules and their wants.
I have that anxiety when it comes to like family. It's like, okay, am I giving them enough attention? Like, am I paying attention to this person enough and that person enough? Like, but for us to be on our honeymoon and not have to worry about that, I thought it was actually really, really awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
So we honeymooned and we ate really great. My appetite had come back by then, thank God.
Yeah.
So I was able to eat, not a lot, not as much as I wanted to, but I was able to eat all the good foods. We did a really cool behind-the-scenes tour of the ship, and that was fantastic. Yeah. We nerded out in the kitchen, which is the galley, as they call it, and it was awesome.
Yes.
We asked a lot of nerdy questions.
Yes, we did.
And then in December, we got married, which is awesome. And there's pictures. I haven't posted any to any of the STTC media outlets and social media.
Yeah, mostly on personal pages.
Yeah.
I think we've done
so if you guys follow any of our personal pages, then you'll have seen the celebrations. Yeah. But it's cool.
Overall, we're super excited about recording again, being on the just kind of things coming back to normal-ish.
Yeah.
But we're also really excited about this little guy here.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Robert.
He's not little right now.
Oh yeah, he's getting bigger.
Yeah. But yeah, as I said, only 10 weeks to go. And I think though I will try to keep trekking through recording even after he's born. Obviously he's due on a Tuesday. Obviously, I know. Experienced mothers out there, I can't accurately predict when he's actually going to be born. However, unless it's on a Sunday,
we'll be all right.
Then I plan to still record that Sunday.
Yes. Yeah, so our goal for this year is to definitely put way more out than we ever have before.
Yeah, be more consistent.
Not just in the podcasting, but in the actual getting the videos out. Mm-hmm. The way we want to structure it. I think, we were planning on doing it today, but I guess we...
What are we doing?
I wanted to do the live, so
no, it's okay.
We'll see. We'll see maybe the next episode. Mm-hmm. Maybe do a live... We'll do this live. Mm-hmm. We will not save it to where you can watch it there again, because we want to post this video that we're recording now, or at least an edited version of that, onto YouTube, and then of course we'll have the full episode for podcasting. Right. So, many different ways that you can get it. If you have the time to watch the live broadcast, kind of see a little bit more behind the scenes. If you want to see an abbreviated version, visual version, you'll have that on YouTube, and then of course our bread and butter, the podcast. Mm-hmm. Like I said, we just want to be able to give you more content in more ways, because there's a lot of you out there who find this entertaining, and I know there's more people who are coming on. Yeah. We've reached some pretty awesome. People. We have some awesome download numbers. Numbers that we never thought we'd ever see. Yeah. Just when we started doing this, and we just want to, for those of you who have made the commitment to either subscribing or just kind of checking back with us, I know
we're telling people about us.
Right. We were gone for a long time, so I'm sure people think that that podcast is dead, but no, we're back.
We're here.
We're here. We're doing this, and
we're just hungry.
Yes. We got our honorable mentions for the year 1996. The way our honorable mentions work is we take songs number 100 to 41, and we find the songs
that we like,
that we think should have been in the top 40, but for some reason didn't make it in there.
I feel like I don't follow the rules of this. I don't choose ones that I think should be in the top 40, like
Okay.
should have made it.
Okay.
I think over time I just started choosing the songs that I like.
Confession.
You do the same thing?
I do the exact
Yeah,
same thing.
okay. So as it should be.
It's in my personal top 40.
Well, yeah.
So
I feel like that would be a really hard list to compile.
it really would.
I don't
Really
want to
would.
have to do that. But yeah, I just choose the songs that I like. The songs that, for me, I think it's the songs that have the most nostalgia.
Yeah.
I think because
that's
this is
what
the
it might be.
90s, that's why I do the
Yeah.
whole nostalgia thing. But in general, songs that I either resonate with, I remember from growing
I
up.
like that resonate. That was
Yeah.
makes sense.
And then, I mean,
I threw you off. I
had a good word. And then I had lost all my words. But yeah, I am very opinionated, as you guys know. So, I mean, there's a lot of songs that are in that, 60 song bracket
Mhm.
that sometimes I'm just like, I can't just choose 5. So, like today, I have an honorable mention.
Oh gosh.
So I have an extra song.
Anyway, so we have
Simply
time to
for
get
the fact that when I hear the chorus, I have to repeat it over and over again.
fair enough.
I don't know any of the other
I'm gonna
words.
go ahead and do my 5 first.
Yes.
So I have 5. She has 5. I'm gonna do
Plus
my 5. Yeah, plus 1. Her honorable. So yeah. What did I say?
Is that allowed?
I don't
We're
know.
just making our own rules.
I guess so.
2020. I mean, I guess it's our show. So.
Yes, it is our show, so we get to make the rules. That's how that works. This is all so weird now that we have a much more visual aspect, and you guys can kind of follow along. So my
AC. Okay, so let me just tell you guys. Not only does he do notes, but he cues up the song.
Yeah.
If you've listened before, he cues up the songs in like a specific way so that when he plays it, you don't have to like wait through like an intro.
we've had to muscle through that before.
He likes it to be
Polished,
ear pleasing, eargasmic, ear.
What is the ear equivalent of like aesthetically pleasing?
Right. Because I was gonna say aesthetically pleasing, but I'm like, it's not.
It's not
a
visual.
visual.
Is aesthetic just visual or
like ability thing? Is it just likability or pleasing to someone? I don't know. Anyway, somebody help us out there, English.
I feel like that's a philosophical question.
Right? We don't get those very often. Anyway,
my first song that I have, number 95 from the 1996 year-end Hot 100, is "Back for Good" by Take That. Do you know this song?
I do know this song.
It has some familiarity. There we go. The word.
There's a song in. Oh. By the way, I'm just getting off of being sick, so my voice will crack occasionally. You're welcome for the laughs.
Excuses.
No, I'm just letting them know. Be prepared for some really weird moments. But isn't this song in like a bunch of rom-coms?
I'm sure it is. It wouldn't be surprising to me. I know there's some spoofs of for those of you who are fans of Nick Frost and Simon Pegg. It was in their show Spaced, where they tried to play it. They had a marching band try and play it, and it did not sound great. Great comedic moment. But anyway, this is the only reason why, or the only memorable thing for me, or not even.
Only memorable thing.
Walter Cronkite. I think is that it's just the band that Robbie Williams came from. Take that. And I don't even know.
Who's Robbie Williams?
There you go. That's what it is. I am enough of a mainstream pop guy to know who Robbie Williams is. He had a couple of hits in the.
Please let me know what one of them. Should I know them?
You would know. I feel like you would know it if I played it.
Is that his hat or is that his hair?
I think I've talked about this before. Loving Angels. I'm Loving Angels instead, or something like that. And then he had another one too. Anyway.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe
he is. Anyway. What? How would I put it?
This music video is just.
I assume he is like the Zayn.
Guys in the Rain.
To take that he is the
Let's take-
Zayn. Take
it's a
Robbie
hat.
Williams. Robbie Williams to take that is the Zayn to One Direction. Ish.
But is Take That comparable to One Direction?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know anything from Take That except for this.
I don't know, man. I just know I know the song.
I'm upset with this. Are you?
Hold on, yes.
hold
Yes,
on.
these dances
Please
are a little...
get to the guy with the fur hat on. It's raining on your fur hat, sir, so it makes it look like you are a chia pet, a wet soaked rat. Look at.
I don't know what these dance moves are. This is pretty awful. But anyway,
Anyway,
so yeah, I mean, I don't know much about that
I
or
think
this
he's
song.
making love to the car.
I mean,
Please
it's a
watch
nice
this
car.
music video for a great laugh, guys.
But yeah, I mean, there's not too much that I know about Take That, if I'm honest. But I just know that I know that song. That's the only thing I know about that song, is that I know it. And some research has found Boyz II Men has covered it. I played it a little bit for you.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded good. I feel like any Boyz II Men,
I feel like Boyz II Men singing anything
kind of like...
Didn't you hear all those like pharmacy commercials that they had for a long time?
For Geico.
Those were fantastic.
For Geico, that was great. That's a great way to receive that news. Geico not a sponsor, but hey,
you're welcome to.
Come at us. No, that's not the.
That's not the word.
No, never mind. I can't talk. But yeah, I mean, there was a. They covered "Yesterday" by the Beatles, which is a good song. But then, of course, when you do it in a cappella and harmony, it sounds amazing. So it was kind of the same thing with the song.
Beatles is already great, and then when you take amazing harmonizing, you can't lose when you put them together.
Right. I'm with you there.
Such a nerd.
There was an urban myth. Barry Gibb of the Bee Gees wrote this song, and when Barry Gibb was asked about it, he said, "I've never heard that song." So shut that down.
I mean,
part of me
makes
wonders.
Me feel bad for the person who wrote it.
No, because for me, like, if you're a producer and somebody a songwriter, and you get somebody says this song sounds like it was written by one of the greatest artists of all time, I'd feel pretty complimented.
Until the greatest songwriter responds and says, "I've never heard that song."
Yeah, but I wonder like his response was after that.
My next question would be, are you willing to listen to it, and what is your opinion?
Exactly.
That, I guess that would.
But even then, like, if he doesn't like it, it became a hit song in the UK, and even at that point, I mean, it made its way over here. We know it-ish.
It's at number 95.
Anyway, I get where you're coming from, but hey,
I'm just trying to be honest here.
Gotcha. I think it's all about perspective at that point. It's like, how do you want to take it? And if I was that guy, I would strive hard to be like, you know what, I'll take it as a compliment.
Until he listens to your song and you get his real opinion. Next.
But you don't know what his real opinion is. Anyway, song here, it's a pretty good one. Number 72, we have Pony by Ginuwine.
Are these in any particular order?
No, just numerical order.
Okay.
That first note of this song hits
I feel like everyone
so
knows
hard.
it.
Yeah.
How do you not know it?
It hits so hard just that...
Fun fact.
You start off with bass. Are you kidding me?
Fun fact. This is one of AC's go-to karaoke songs.
It is.
Mixed in there with
This is how we do it.
No, what's that?
Montel Jordan.
No. Not an R&B one. It's a country song.
Neon Moon.
Nope.
Tennessee Whiskey.
No.
I don't know what you're looking for. Speaking of country, though, I feel like this was the first. This isn't even one of my notes, but this feels like the first ever iteration of where Old Town Road came from. Like, this is the great granddaddy. Old Town Road.
And Old Town Road's parents were super like, let me raise my child correctly. and not let my father
No, you know what this
influence my kid.
No, so this is the great granddaddy of Old Town Road. And Old Town Road did an Ancestry.com thing.
Oh, jeez.
Found this.
Oh,
he's like,
gosh.
now I must honor my heritage.
Oh,
like the parents and grandparents tried to bury it, but
right?
like he did the ancestry, the 23andMe, you know, like, you know what, I have to reach back to my roots.
Oh my gosh.
This is
fantastic. You know what? That's not a lie because listen, my dad did our ancestry and he has found some information. But anyway.
Anyway, but I feel like this song, anytime it comes
so inappropriate.
on,
How did we not realize how inappropriate it was?
It's pretty bad.
Obviously, our parents had to have known what he was saying.
Yeah.
But as kids, we're sitting there singing it or dancing to it, and our parents are just fine with it.
I don't. I can't explain it.
I don't get it.
It is a good song, though.
Did you use this song in karaoke when we first met to woo me?
No. I felt like
it just was already part of your.
I did not use this. I did not use this song in wooing you because I did not.
He has a great singing voice, by the way.
I do not know how to woo.
Well, like after you knew I liked you, obviously.
No, well, when we were dating, that's when I pulled it out. The song. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Just blew up the garage band.
Okay. That was fantastic. Blew out the speaker. Anyway. Anyway.
Oh, that was great. That was fantastic.
Next song.
Well, I'm not done yet. Okay. I still have points I want to make.
Okay.
I can't remember my point.
It's written down.
So yeah, anytime this song is happening, like it's going down. Like people are getting on the dance floor.
People are doing many things.
People are doing many things. Depends on your location. I feel like in a bedroom, it's going
I don't
down.
know. I feel like if this song came on in the bedroom, like I heard the first note, my first instinct would be to sing and dance. It would not be to get it on.
I think if you've made it to the bedroom, I think you're past that point, and there may be some nervousness and tension. But once you hear that boom, like
who's nervous?
I don't know. Anyway.
Let me just point out, guys. I seduced AC into this relationship, not the other way around. Yes. So that might explain it a little bit.
Yeah. That's 100% true. I
was like, I like you, and he was like, what?
Okay. What do I do now?
Well, at first he said no.
I didn't say no. Let's not talk about this. Anyway, but co-written, of course, by Ginuwine, Static Major, who is Lil Wayne's producer now, and Timbaland. So
I feel like anything that Timbaland touches is just fantastic.
Yeah,
you can't help but like. He's just so amazing. He has a class on Masterclass that
That's a guy I would want to learn from.
I would not mind paying the money to take his Masterclass.
Right. All right, next one I have number 68, Just a Girl by No Doubt.
It blows my mind that this song was in 96.
I know.
I don't feel like it was that. I was only 4. I feel like I heard the song all the way up to like when I was in elementary school.
Right.
You know, at least 6th grade.
Yeah.
Also, I guess Gwen Stefani has a lot of staying power, so
she really does.
Yeah.
I mean, if
I feel like her songs
she's
don't
still
fit.
around.
Yeah, I feel like her songs don't just fit into one. You know what I mean? Like year or one. Decade.
Yes, but like different eras of Gwen Stefani, I feel like are very noticeable because if you pay attention to this Gwen Stefani,
I mean, but
obviously
this song,
it's
I feel
very.
Like if you put the song out now, I feel like people would still like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but all I'm saying is like they're very distinct as far as like where she was. Like a No Doubt song definitely differs from a Gwen Stefani song.
Yeah.
Because this feels very punk.
Yes.
Versus if you listen to a Gwen Stefani song like her last
this
song
is bananas beat. Again, yes.
Yeah, that was definitely different.
Yeah,
That definitely had more of a pop tone, but I
Yeah.
feel like the stuff that she's coming out with now, like the last song she put out,
What was the last song she put
it's
out?
like "Make Me Like You" or something like that.
Was that the last one?
That's the last one that I know.
Huh.
That was way more
Let me
pop
check.
influenced.
Yeah, she has gone very pop route. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's not
But
bad.
here's the insane thing. So I was watching that documentary, The Defiant Ones,
Uh-huh.
and she was talking about how Jimmy Iovine,
Mhm.
Interscope Records,
Yeah.
him and Dr. Dre, were running that. But Jimmy was like, when they discovered Gwen, they
Mhm.
were like, or they discovered No Doubt as a whole, they were like you have potential, but you need to be writing like 10, 15 songs a day.
Dang.
Songs, not like
Yeah.
not just like not one or two and not just a couple lines of a song,
Mhm.
full like written out composed songs a day.
Huh.
And then that's how she came up with this song, and I think Spiderweb is the name of that song. I can't remember, but anyway, all the memorable
Oh, she had that whole stint with the Neptunes and
yeah,
uh
yeah, Pharrell.
Pharrell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Once again,
Man.
not a bad way to go.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, definitely. I mean, I think for what you said, as far as her staying power and um, as far as the recognizability of the song and like how hard the song goes,
Yeah.
that's why that's why it definitely has to be mentioned.
She has sold more than 30 million albums worldwide. That's awesome.
That's pretty crazy.
You go, Gwen. Anyway.
Okay. Up next, we have Groove Theory with Tell Me at number 58.
I can't believe I missed out on this one.
I know. I kind of am surprised. I feel like this is a song where you know the song, but you don't know the title.
Yeah, and you don't know the person. I had no idea.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
My bad.
This is probably one of the most simple songs, and I mean that in the best possible way. It's like
It's so it's so
it is
good.
so pared down.
Yeah.
It's really just drum and bass, and then a little bit of piano. Like that's it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other
it's
things.
not trying too hard.
Right.
I feel like music was some, not all, obviously, because there are some exceptions. But I feel like this is one of the exceptions for the '90s. Like, there's a lot of simple songs that really made it on the Billboard charts. And even though this is like at the halfway point, which is I think is really great for a song that is this simple.
Yeah.
You know, I like it a lot. I like it.
I think just
It's so.
I think it's more of the
not
concept.
wholesome, but
well, that's another point that I had. Yeah, it's sweet. It blurs the line between like having a crush and just like lusting after somebody. Like there's
it's
that
the
like
sweet tea.
it like
It's not
goes
sweet
back and
tea and
forth.
bourbon, and it's not unsweet tea. It's sweet tea.
Sweet tea is for unsweet tea is for nobody. Okay, if you get unsweet tea and drink unsweet tea,
unsweet tea. That's what I'm saying.
Something no. I feel like a crush is unsweet tea with some sort of artificial sweetener.
Okay, Pastor Dave.
Anyway, but no, it blurs that line. Like there are some lines where you're like ooh, and there are some signs where you're like,
oh,
like
how nice, how nice. That's the new name of the song. Ooh ah.
Ooh ah. But yeah, I think
Even her like wardrobe was simple, makeup was simple.
The music and like her voice isn't like outstanding. It's great. Don't get me wrong. The music is simple, but I think it's just the concept is so strong.
Yeah.
Of that like this is what I should have said to that person. Or this is what I should say to that person, but we just don't ever get the courage.
Just talk about. I am so glad I never have to go through that ever again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd come out the other side victorious. Yeah, I got him.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Real mean. Anyway, so yeah,
a sweater set. Okay.
Anyway,
all right.
it's such a good song, and I think it really is it's really more of the concept that we're drawn to more than the actual music. Well, I mean, yes, we're drawn to the music and the simplicity of it, and we're drawn to a voice that's kind of it's above average, but not fantastic, but just wrapped in that whole package of just that whole package of the idea of that some kind of innocent, unrequited, will they, won't they kind of love.
Oh God, that's stressful. Is that stressful to anyone else but me?
I'm sure it's stressful there. That's why it makes such great TV.
True.
Yeah. See?
If only this was a television review podcast.
No, we're not there yet.
No.
We need other people.
Those are long seasons. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, my last song, and it's a goodie. It is number 49, "Fantasy" by Mariah Carey.
Literally easily one of my favorite songs. Mariah was just my idol back then. Thought she was fantastic.
It's gonna be so funny because the video version of this does not hear the music for copyright reasons, so they're just gonna see me dancing.
And then they see the picture in the background of just Mariah Carey on her roller coaster. Sorry.
No,
your song.
So, first thing I want to point out, this look right here that's happening, not this one, this one, the rollerblade short combination. My mom totally had that look back in the 90s.
Did she?
She was super into like
the
rollerblading. We would go biking in our neighborhood, but my mom would strap on.
But she had like the sweatshirt on and man.
She did love her some Mariah Carey. So
your mom still loves Mariah Carey.
Yeah, she's still. Oh my gosh!
I remember this. I just remember the story your sister was telling us about the necklace.
My mom was like, "Can I get a Hello Kitty like jewel necklace?" And me or my sister at least, I don't remember if I was there.
Like full on bling, guys. Like
my sister was like, "No, of course not. Why would you even think that's a good idea?" And her reasoning for it was Mariah Carey has one. And my sister's like, "You're not Mariah Carey. That's something a crazy person would wear." Oh my gosh. Anyway.
I can picture your mom wearing it though and being so convinced that she looked fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, my mom is getting to that point in her life where she just does not give a crap.
She already
that much.
Doesn't give a crap. So
she's like, whatever makes me happy.
Right.
She's that kind of lady.
But she's still gonna ask you your opinion.
Yeah.
And depending on your answer, depending on how you answer, not on your answer, but depending on how you answer, that will determine if she listens to you or not. Also, this music video made me want to like grow up going to like boardwalks and hanging out with my friends, and never mind the fact that I don't really like people. Me and my sister used to rollerblade together, but
that's about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I grew up on Mariah number ones, so like literally
Same, that album
of number ones. Like I grew up on that.
Her with the rainbow shirt on.
Yep. That's it.
My mom literally used to like jump on my mom's bed, like my mom would be like singing the song, and then till this day, my mom swears up and down that she never liked Mariah Carey, and I'm like, you are such a liar. You're a liar. As
much as you want to not like Mariah Carey, like especially because she's a different person now.
Yeah.
You have to respect the music.
I did just watch a gold cast of her like life situation though. And, like, of course, like when you hear someone's life story, your opinion changes. But also at the same time, you're like, you're a grown person. Like, don't be an a-hole.
Yeah. So
anyway, you missed your most important point.
What do you mean?
Of the song.
Oh yeah.
The iconic.
I remember the song, that Mariah Carey song from that scene from Rush Hour. That was probably.
That is such an iconic
scene. The second that she started singing that song, I was like, I'm gonna love this movie.
Yeah.
Like no matter what happens, like
even though it was a little kid singing, that went over your head.
Yeah, I guess. But it was just so funny because it was so like it felt so prim and proper, like very Mulan, bring her and all that for a moment, and then next thing you know, she's in the back of a limo just belting out fantasy.
And then she gets kidnapped.
And then she gets kidnapped, which was kind of a downer.
I
was like, you go from up here to like down here.
She was
like,
ready,
it, man.
She was ready for school. She had her driver.
Right.
And he was ignoring her. He was like, you know what? I'm going to judge you, but you have a grand old time. And then all of a sudden.
What's the holdup, officer? Rush hour. Pop, pop. Spoiler alert, I guess.
I would hope not. That movie is old. Anyway.
It really is. Anyway, that's all I got. Thoughts?
It was good.
Good list.
I feel like we were underwhelmed when we went backwards to go to the 96 honorable mentions.
Mm-hmm. Not so easy to say, huh?
I mean, that's the second time I've tripped up. But I think we have found some solid ones.
Oh yeah, I agree. You ready for yours?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Steph's songs, her 5 honorable mentions. Would you like to introduce this first one?
So the first one, this is number 87, and it's the one and only Toni Braxton, "Unbreak My Heart." Guys, I always say this, that I grew up on the song, but I really did. This is when I started. I feel like I remember starting to watch music videos in 96.
I forgot this dude was doing Tai Chi. I forgot about this.
But this music video, I remember traumatizing me.
Yeah.
Because if you haven't seen the music video, I'm about to spoil it for you. He gets into an accident, and I think he dies. And she's, like, right there, though. So she, like, runs down the street. And, like, she just literally is in her house, like, having a breakdown. And I literally was like, I'm, like, a 4-year-old, 5-year-old kid. And, like, I feel that. Like, I feel your pain, Toni. You look so hurt. Genuinely.
She's very upset now.
Yeah. And then all this, like, swimming together and being half naked in the pool clearly didn't register to me. I just cared about the being heart. Maybe that's why I'm such a sad person.
Maybe. You do love you a good cry.
I do. And then he's, like, dressed in all white, and he's, like, a ghost and, you know, walking around the house, and she's just, like, reminiscing. Anyway.
He looks like a Mortal Kombat character.
Also, I feel like this is a reason why, no offense, y'all, but I'm not a big fan of buff black men.
Why?
Or chocolate men in general. That has never been my,
I mean, I'm not completely chocolate.
That's not ever been my, like, jam.
Because he died?
No. I think because, like, the emotionality of this moment, I think it just stuck with me, and I was just like, he's just gonna die. Like, they had all these happy times, and then he's gone.
So your vision of, like, black men as a potential romantic partner has just been stained because of the potential that they could just die out of the blue. Yeah. That's okay. Well, lucky me.
Which is so funny because, like, I never had those thoughts about my dad. Like, I love my dad, like, but I don't have, like, that fear that he's just gonna go away. I guess maybe because this was, like, a romantic, like, scene. I'm like, okay, if you date a black guy,
he may die.
Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, next. I can't. Oh, although, yes, at the end of this music video, she's in this amazing white gown, and my love for fashion was very strong, even when I was younger. My favorite movie was Clueless, and it was mainly because of the fashion. Anyway, next. It is number 73, and it is the one and only Keith Sweat, Nobody. I feel like I can't say the name of the song without singing it. Yeah, who doesn't love Keith Sweat's voice?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I just like that little
Not too loud so you don't blow out the speaker. Okay. But I feel like, okay, this is just a personal revelation. I feel like I have an uncle who sings.
That's a pretty
and plays
revealing outfit for the 90s. I feel like you can get away with that today.
I feel like the 90s was very, very revealing.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
completely see-through blouse.
Oh,
under a trench coat.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, sorry, your uncle.
But yeah, no, I have an uncle who's a musician. He plays a bass. and guitar, and he sings. And I just watching this music video, I'm like, I feel like this is where my Uncle George got his inspiration to be a musician.
That's not a bad thing. That's a pretty slick look, I'm not gonna lie.
He's also almost 60.
Hey, I mean, you do you before.
But he doesn't look, he looks like he's 40. And he's still got like the clean, like shiny bald head, like that black guys have. Like Mekhi Phifer does in this music video. Oh my gosh. Anyway, another completely inappropriate song for a child to be listening to. But I think because of his voice was so strong and hers was so sweet, I think I loved like the contrast. I remember watching the music video, but not, I really, like, I feel like I'm watching it for the first time right now. So, interesting. I don't remember Mekhi Phifer being in it. But that's okay. He was so young. Wow.
He was.
Yeah.
I thought he looked a little Andre 3000-ish. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
he looked a little
Andre 3000 in there?
You know what's weird? Because like in the 90s, like the stars that like we admire now, and we're just like, wow, they're so good looking. You're like, you were so scrawny and skinny, and you don't. That suit is wearing you. You're not wearing it, and you look a little Urkel-y with your clean shaved face and head. You know, but anyway, yeah, loved this. And my favorite part, of course, is this white suit and hat that Keith Sweat has going on. I don't know what it is, but the hat, the crisp suit and shoes, just amazing. Amazing. Anyway, so I'm having a realization that almost all of these songs, maybe except for one, are completely inappropriate for 4-year-old me to have been listening to.
I mean, we were having that conversation earlier today in church with somebody else with a missed call song.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We have very interesting friends.
Yes. Which I'm happy about.
The next song, guys, is LL Cool J, Doin It. I was not supposed to be watching this music video. I remember if it came on, I think my dad and my grandmother told me to go in the other room or to turn it off or whatever. But I don't know why. I think I was so intrigued by the song simply because of the fact that this girl is outside her car on the phone. And I was like, my phone's attached to the wall. I was like, what is that? My dad has a beeper. What is this phone?
I feel like this is like when when you had a cordless phone at home.
Yeah.
I feel like they just took that from the house and
right.
brought it with them.
Right. Because it looked like he was just hanging out outside. And then I remember I was like, he's in the girl's bathroom, or is she in the guy's bathroom putting her lip. What's happening? And then I remember.
Yeah. How did he get in there?
I also remember I was like, why is there so much lip in this?
Yes, a lot of lip and too much tongue. If I'm completely honest.
When you're a kid, you don't get it.
Yeah.
You're just like, why is he doing that to his lips? Because he licks his lips continuously.
Constantly.
He's eating. This is the part that I remember the most. He's like in a room, and there's like a little like peephole. It's not a peephole. It's, I don't know how to describe it, but he's eating an apple, and I guess it's supposed to be seductively eating an apple, but he's like watching these girls like twerk in different outfits, and he's like sitting there dancing like a fool with an apple in his mouth, and I'm like, this is weird. I was like, is this what adults do? Because this is weird to me. I was genuinely confused. I was like, when you grow up, you go to these places, and you're just watch people, and then I was just like, what? And then I remember that girl. I remember that part specifically. I was like, she is aggressive. Why did she grab his face like that? Because, of course, kid me doesn't know what's happening.
I feel like the only part of the song that is really recognizable to kids our age, or to we're not kids, to people our age, is just that doing it well. Yeah. Like, you don't really, unless you are like a LL Cool J, what's the word? Fan?
I also remember thinking he looks so stupid. As soon as his hat falls off, he just has the red do-rag and the glasses on. I was like, for some reason, your sunglasses with your do-rag you look like a moron. And then I was like, why is he laying on top of her? This song just awakened me to so much confusing times in my life. But the song, like I remember hearing it on the radio, and I was like, oh, that's that weird. It. I just remember it being connected to that really bad music video where he was just being weird, eating an apple. But now, as an adult, I appreciate his hats, and that's about it. Still, let's get into something a little bit more wholesome.
The last thing I saw.
Cool J.
Yeah.
Probably one of the TV shows that he's in now.
Possibly.
Graham loves those shows.
Anyway.
Number 48, Whitney Houston and Cece Winans, Count on Me. Making it some wholesomeness after that. I feel like they played this song on like the Disney Channel. In between, like during commercials. You know how they used to play music videos for like 1 minute in the transitions between TV shows.
Yeah,
I feel like I feel like they played this. But also, I remember people, at least in my family, freaking out because it was Cece Winans and Whitney Houston collaborating together. I still don't know what the big deal is. But
I guess we don't know enough Cece Winans. Maybe.
I mean,
what movie is this?
It
looks familiar.
Oh God. Okay. Anyway, but yes, I do remember the song, and it just.
First Wives Club?
No. Oh God, Waiting to Exhale. Where they blow up the car. That's what it was. I remember that this movie was like such a big thing in the Black community. Like all the Black girls everywhere were just like, yeah, we have friends and we're telling each other to stay strong and not take any crap from any man. And then, like, before Stella got her groove back, she blew up somebody's car. So it was yeah.
Okay.
I remember. I never watched. You know, it's funny because I never watched the whole movie.
Well, no, this is 96. I'm trying to think of like once Whitney started tailing off. I don't think we're just there yet, but we're getting there.
I think maybe it was like a thing because Cece Winans is a gospel singer. But then you have to remember, like, Whitney grew up in the church, so it's not something completely foreign to her. But I think in the mid '90s is when that tail end of when Bobby Brown and all that came out. She was still associated with all that, so maybe that was the thing. Who knows?
No.
Who knows? But two amazing voices, two very powerful voices together is fantastic. I agree. I love it. Love it. And now, back to the not so wholesome. Number 42, Blackstreet, No Diggity. My little cousin was like 2 or 3, and he had just, he had been talking for a little bit, but he was obsessed with this song. Had no idea what they were saying. I didn't know what they were saying until like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Guys, I remember, like, I was like, this song was a big deal. And I remember enjoying, like, the beat and, like, wow, like, there's a rapper and this, like, really cool R&B song. And then, all of a sudden, all these 20 years later, I'm like, what are they talking about? I remember this doll.
Yes, this whole puppet playing the piano thing, it was pretty insane.
I thought it was really cool. When I was younger, I was like, that's cool. Like, it's weird that this puppet is singing and playing the piano. Why is he playing the same keys over and over again? But it's great.
I don't know what it was about this song, like when I was younger, but I was definitely drawn to it, like when it came on the radio. Like
it's so cool though. Like
that's a good.
I think that's what it is. I think it's so cool that you can't help but enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, like, I feel like the music video is like overly sexualized or anything like that. It's just like
Yeah.
people enjoying a club. But like, this is quintessential. Like, you have the group dancing in some shots.
Mm-hmm.
You have the group standing in front of this angled camera. You have the camera following the guy through the club and like checking out the scene that they're all at. Also, why are they dancing in front of like 4 limousines? Like, y'all couldn't have drove together?
Well, if you got money like that, you
Like,
take as many limousines as you want.
there's one limousine for each member of the band.
Yeah, why not? Hey, I mean, if you got it like that,
I guess. Anyway.
I think that's what they're trying to imply.
Yes. Because there are also 4 dancers or whatever. Yeah.
I think it was cool to just kind of have like
I don't remember the song being particularly like witty lyrically or
No.
anything like that, but
no, but the voices were good. I think
Yeah.
they blended well, and
yeah.
it you did get that hip hop feel, but with
Yes.
the R&B.
Yeah.
It's definitely an R&B song with like the hip hop undertone,
Right.
and it when it didn't have the Dr. Dre and it didn't have the rap parts.
Yeah.
Like it was more of a suggestion, but then when they threw Dr. Dre in there,
Right.
and
Right.
the other lady, the lady,
Wow. Her name is right there.
it is, but I don't know who
Anyway.
that is.
But yeah, I think that also, just looking back, guys, really, we're bringing overalls back in 2020?
I think for ladies, yes. I don't think there's any dudes who can go out there rocking overalls
I'm sure
unless
they're
they work
trying.
on a farm.
I mean, we live in Texas, so
Yeah, even
Anyway.
then, like
yeah. Anyway, good song.
definitely a good song.
Guys, you want to hear my honorable
She's got
mention?
an honorable. How did this happen?
And it's only because of like the next 15 seconds that are going to play of the song. Hopefully, you guys can hear because it's Busta Rhymes at number 57 with "Woo Ha." Like I just like as soon as I hear the song or the beat, I just like to shout "Woo Ha." That's it. And I thought his clothes were hilarious in this music. I thought this guy was crazy.
I did not have any appreciation for Busta Rhymes when I was younger,
Uh,
partially because I was in a sheltered Asian family. But as I've gotten older and I like listened to his flow, it's just like
he's amazing.
he's pretty great.
He
I agree. He is still a little bit insane.
Yes.
But
yes.
but it is a kind of
Lyrically,
like,
he's very smart
Yes.
with his rhymes and what he's actually saying. And I think that we missed out on a lot of artists that are very witty and very
yeah.
good with their words,
Mhm.
simply for the fact that they're in a specific genre.
Yeah.
And hopefully we're past that as a people, but I doubt it because people are ignorant. However, I was just genuinely intrigued by the fact that he was just shouting woo-ha. He was standing in a room full of stars, and his dreads were like hanging out of the top of his hat, and he was wearing really puffy jackets. And I hated wearing my puffy jacket in the wintertime to school.
Puffy jackets were a thing, such a
it.
big thing in the 90s.
I had a white one, and I chose it simply for the fact that it looked the most normal. And my dad was like, "You have to wear it because it snows. We live in Rhode Island. You need a jacket." And I was like, "I don't want to wear this. I ain't wearing it. I'm not looking like that crazy guy in the music video." But yeah, I ended up wearing it, of course. And as soon as I stepped foot in the school building, I took it off. I don't know why I was so weird about stuff like that when I was younger. But yeah, maybe because I didn't have the matching hat. I was like, "This is."
You think that would have made it?
This isn't
It's like,
complete.
no, absolutely not.
my
I don't
look
have
is not
anything that matches.
My look is not complete. I can't just wear this
Fetch
simple
me a
cotton
matching hat.
I can't just wear this simple cotton knit hat. I need a shiny one.
That is equally as puffy.
Yes, yes. But yeah, I feel like this song just reminds me completely of childhood and like being in the car and like my dad just rolling his eyes and me and my sister just like pretending we knew exactly what he was saying, but of course we didn't.
Yeah.
So funny.
I mean, I always the issue I had when I was growing up with hip hop was I could not understand anything they were saying, and then as I got older, it's like, oh, okay, now I get it. But now,
It's a little late.
yeah, it's a little late. And then now, hip hop today, as we move into mumble rap culture,
I feel like
definitely
we're
don't know
moving.
what they're saying.
I hope we're moving out of mumble rap culture in
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah, I hope
really
so
do.
too. I mean, from the stuff that I've heard that's mainstream, like I like because it's not so.
Onyx was in this music video.
What was that Onyx song that we covered?
I don't know. But one of the main guys from Onyx that my sister was in love with, he was in Save
Let the Boys Be Boys.
Slam.
Yeah, there we go. That's what it was. But yeah, I mean that's what it was for me. It's like I would enjoy this. I just don't know what the heck they're saying.
Yeah.
But I think as I've grown up, like there's
this
so
was
much
one
more. There's so much more for me to appreciate. That's not just the lyrics, because I think that's what it is with Filipino culture. It's I think that's why ballads and love songs and pop music um is so I want to say revered or the ideal, because they want that poetry, because at heart we are still our Spanish ancestors.
That is true.
Who are hot-blooded and passionate. Uh, we want to feel those emotions of love or heartbreak and things like that. But hip hop at that time, it just felt like anger, anger, anger all the time.
Right.
When really sometimes it really wasn't all that. It was
just aggressive.
Yeah, just it's just it's just aggressive. It's just taken up to 10 when we were ready for 10. We were at a 4, and they're like, "Whoa, hey, slow down!" But
we are not there.
We're not there yet.
Catch up to you. We'll catch up. We'll catch up.
So, but yeah, I
I
think it kind of reflected in my parents because like back then, like rap music was out of the question.
Yeah.
And then now,
which I find hilarious because your dad loves Outkast.
Oh yeah, no, my dad. Yeah. And that's like the thing, like early 2000s hip hop, mainstream hip hop. My parents love. Like my mom loves
a CD a tape.
My mom loves Ludacris.
There's a CD or a tape in his dad's car or his dad's car. We were driving in it once somewhere, and AC puts this tape on because I think the radio something wasn't working, and I was like, whose CD is this? I was like, is this yours from like when you were a teenager? And he's like,
nope,
this is my dad's. And I was like, excuse me?
Well, I can't remember what songs, but it was like
there was Ludacris, there was Outkast, there was a lot of like rap and hip hop music, and I was just like, huh? Like, and when you look at his dad is such a quiet person,
very chill. Chill.
He's very, very chill. It's very difficult to ruffle his feathers. But also he's just a very stoic person.
Yeah.
So he's very zen. So when
that's the perfect word.
Yeah, when you think of like hip hop and R&B and like stuff like that, and he's listening to it, like it kind of catches you off guard, and you're just like,
well, R&B. I think when it comes to Filipinos,
he evolved into R&B only because of the whole ballad situation.
Yeah.
That wasn't pushing it.
Yeah.
But the R&B and hip hop, the hip hop and rap, starts to push the boundary for him,
for sure,
which is hilarious.
So anyway, guys, I'm excited to be back doing this.
Too. We got a lot going on.
I'm so ready to get this out. Like, this episode should be dropped January 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, keep an eye out on our Instagrams.
The Shot Through the Chart Instagram,
Shot Through the Chart Facebook. Just follow us wherever.
STTC Media. Facebook and Instagram. If you are lucky enough to be friends with us on our personal Facebooks, we probably will post. But mostly, the STTC pages.
Yes. Get a hold of us on there, or you can email us at shotthroughthechart at
sttcmedia.com.
Yeah.
We have a website. Oh yeah, we have a website, guys.
Yeah, we have a website. Oh my gosh.
We had a website last year, but I don't think we really talked about it.
Yeah.
So
it's still a little rough cut. But you can find links to our YouTube channel, links
our old
to
podcasts,
our backlog or archives.
Whatever you want to
Not
call
really
it.
archive, but they're there.
Yeah.
You'll find links to there. But yeah, sttcmedia.com.
Yeah.
Remember, Thru is spelled
THRU.
Until the very next time, I am
Feels
AC
good to
Ponce.
say that again.
Right?
Wow.
I know. It's you know what? We may record the next episode right after this. Maybe not.
I'm totally fine with that.
We may need a nap.
I'm good.
I may need to go check on my dog.
Oh, is she alone again?
She's about to be.
Oh, okay.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Still free from your parents.
Broke married couple.
Oh, yeah.
Not broke, because my parents got upset the last time I said broke. Things are tight. We're just making adjustments. We're in a readjustment period. We're looking to move in a different direction. Why does it make it sound like I'm f***ing somebody?
Right? We're reevaluating our financial situation. Oh gosh, that's funny. Anyway, guys,
we feel that your contributions to this company
is not enough.
Have reached their natural end.
That would be so heartbreaking if anyone ever said that to me. Wow.
Anyway, guys, I am AC Ponce.
I'm Stephanie Ponce.
We will see you in the next episode.
Bye.